So I'm waiting for more people to come on. Somebody on Discord requested I do a reading, basic reading for the collective. And we're going to look at, today, we're not going to look at the runner, okay? Because that's, I did that last time. I did two readings regarding the runner. We're actually going to look at the chaser, which could be you. If you're the runner, you may want to listen, because some of you are runners, by the way. And so we're going to do a runner, chaser reading, so that we can understand what the message is for you. And the first thing I'm going to do, again, when I say the divine feminine or the divine masculine, it is not gender specific. Please realize that, because some women, when they shut down, become very much the King of Swords energy, even if they're chasing. Okay, and some men, even if they're running, can be in the Queen's of Cups energy. You know what I mean? Or the Queen of Swords energy. And Queen of Swords and King of Swords are two different energies, believe me. So the live is going to be about the collective chaser in the twin flame journey. And the first thing we're going to do is I want all of you to give your angels, guides, and allies permission to guide you in this session. So go ahead and do that. And give intention to the universe to give you the reading that is for you. And again, this is for the twin flame chaser, not the runner. I've done a couple readings for the runner. Let's look at you. Let's look at some of you. Not all of you are chasers, but I'm sure some of you are. And if you are a runner, then it's a good idea for you to listen, because this is not all about what is going on with the runner. Okay? It takes two to tango. So we need to know what's missing in the divine chaser. All right? So let me know when you're ready. And just send out a ready. And then I will pull out an oracle card. We're going to start with an oracle card. It's called Medicine Heart Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Shamanic Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. And again, divine feminine, in fact, a true awakened male, masculine, in a masculine body, when he taps into his intuition, taps into his divine self, divine feminine self. Okay? And so let's just remember. So any guys out there, don't take it to heart on that level. Okay? This is about intuition. And intuition and heart coherence is a feminine energy. It's an unspoken knowing. And to do things, get shit done, things like that is the divine masculine. Okay? And we as women also encompass the divine masculine when we get shit done. Okay? So let's, okay? All right. So go ahead, give your angels, guides, and allies permission to guide you in this session. Let me know when you're ready. Say ready, and then I'll stop shuffling and I'll just pull out a card indiscriminately from the deck. Medicine Heart Oracle. Okay, and thank you for sharing your comments. I appreciate it. And share the live. There are people that probably need it. Okay, ready. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Thank you, Jackie Angela. Let me just pull. Okay, you got it. All right, let's do it. The card is 26, which is 8, right? 8 in Kabbalah numerology is taking on karma, just so you know. And the card is called Isha Hak Hama. Okay, so let me go ahead and look for it and see, and I'll tell you what page it is, because everything matters, every single detail. So if the page represents your birth date or somebody else's birthday that's meaningful, like, don't ignore it, because that is another message. So again, the card is 26. Bear with me. And it starts at page 212. 212 is page. All right, let me begin. Please, if you could, close your eyes and listen with your body. After that, I'll do a tarot reading to get the collective energy on the for the chaser, which is some of you. All right. Even if our outer appearances seem dire, there is a perennial and radiant inner spiritual reality unfolding, steadily guiding the soul towards beauty and truth. What might be regarded as an obstacle today can tomorrow become that which is gratefully acknowledged as protection, ensuring you remain true to your path and purpose. Your heart holds the courageous wisdom of patience. Did you hear that? Your heart holds the courageous gift of patience, right? The wisdom. Patience supports the development and manifestation of your authentic higher calling. Did you hear that? Patience supports the development and manifestation of your authentic higher calling. Patience is not waiting for something to happen. Did you guys hear that, chasers? Did you hear that? This is your card. Patience is not waiting for something to happen. It is a recognition that much of the essential inner work takes place beneath conscious awareness and even now intelligibly accomplishing notable progress. You are ripening into your whole self. You are on a worthy and good and spiritually necessary journey. Though you may not yet see or know it, your time for fruition is divinely, did you hear? Divinely decreed, chaser. Did you hear that? Patience, divinely decreed, not waiting. In Hebrew, Isha, Hakma, means wise woman. A wise woman seeks and honors wisdom. In the Kabbalah tree of life, the word for wisdom is Shokma, which resonates within the realm of the soul with pure potential and innate essence. The oracle speaks of a deeper divine wisdom guiding your life path. One cannot always understand the workings of such wisdom at an intellectual level. What does that mean? 3D brain, the monkey brain. Often, when wisdom is most at work in us and our lives, we are most baffled and initially resistant to what is happening. You can notice these reactions and still choose to participate in the mystery of your own life unfolding with a sense of trust. To do so will require that you become peaceful with not being able to readily see what is happening and instead drop into your heart and feel for the deeper inner reality. Then be patient like the universe. The soul practice of Shokma relates to the spiritual unpacking of what has become, to delayer and dive deep into the essence of something, to figure out what is really going on. This requires us to temporarily let go of our outer appearance and see with the inner eye of the heart, which will perceive the truth compassionately, yet unflinchingly when we are ready and willing to know. There are times when we simply must disperse with the platitudes that may undermine our legitimate understanding of what is really going on, encouraging us to play dumb and ignore the harm that is inflicted upon our souls by doing so, and instead accept difficult truths that require us to grow. This growth may seem frightening at first or painful, yet it is surprising how much fear evaporates when we become willing to simply accept something as it is and not trying to dress it up. The proverbial sew's ear into a silk purse. Sometimes in our enthusiasm to honor our calling in life, we can overlay our essence, our potential, even our purpose with too many plans and preconceived notions. Some strategy and planning can be an important part of manifesting your vision. However, the deep inner call of the shamanic soul is always to live in truth and to honor the spiritual alignment above all else, including our best laid plans. The spiritual freedom and integrity is how the shamanic soul gains its power to move rather than to be moved by the world. The truth is that sometimes plans need to change and a new potentiality becomes available that is essential for the soul to actualize and express its destiny. There can be pain in the process of letting go. Yet when that is the right decision for your soul, there will be a surging relief, joy, and a sense of freedom as you bounce back into spiritual alignment. The oracle speaks of liminal space at this time in your life. Liminal space is non-ordinary reality. It is the feeling of being in between something, an end not yet fully resolved within your heart perhaps, and fruition that is being worked towards but not yet completely actualized. Liminal space is psychic birthing space. One could say that the shamanic life path is always liminal, as the shaman is a mediatrix, an intermediary birthing the flow of energies between the human and spiritual dimensions. This is not an ordinary life in that sense, though it will be filled with the graceful grounding of ordinary moments alongside the spiritual extraordinary terrain the shamanic soul will journey through. To function well in liminal space, one needs to cultivate considerable reserves of patience, equanimity, and contentment, manifesting as an ability to sense the safe and settled spiritual space within which to perch, while allowing the creative chaos of change to swirl around you. In Talmudic times, the midwife was also known as Hakama. The wise soul is the one that facilitates birth on all levels. The priestess of liminal space supporting the soul in moving between the worlds. The midwife wisdom teaches us to prepare for birth, to ready ourselves to honor the process of gestation and protect against disruptive influences, to ensure the healthy delivery of a precious new form of life into the world. The oracle speaks of new worlds opening up for you. There may be more than one creative path equally suitable for your soul's manifestation, whether you see it or not. You have choices available to you. Trust your intuition rather than outer appearances to carefully weigh your options. You are spiritually supported and protected to recognize the most balanced and beneficial approach, and sometimes this may be to simply wait for circumstances to develop and consequent clarity to hatch. The softness of surrender often needs to be paired with fierce, protective mama bear instincts for what must be shielded from the prying eyes and potentially disruptive influences, even of well-meaning passerbyers. Did you guys get that? Liminal space is not public space. Its very nature is internal, subtle, and regenerative. Although you will often be able to live at somewhat regular day-to-day existence during deep transformational work, there are certain facets of your journey that must be granted the space and privacy needed for germination, gestation, and birth to be able to happen. Give yourself the permission, the energy, and the time to honor the needs of your own soul process. Call upon the powers that nourish, enhance, encourage, and protect this process. Trust your inner knowledge and knowing and believing in your capacity to evoke the necessary spiritual guardianship to guide and secure your process. This is the price. A beautiful, blessed bargain at twice the price of your own authentic becoming. Wow. And I honestly did, it was incredible. Because this was for the chaser. This was for the chaser. That was the intention of today's reading, which we'll read some more. Okay? Let me read some of your comments to it so you guys, let's see. 8/26 is his birthday. It came at the right moment. Creator. Tony, I don't think there's a more perfect card for the chaser. No shit. You can't make this stuff up, man. I mean, I'm telling you. I actually announced this reading. Somebody, I'm not going to put her, but anyway, she was asking for the reading. She's actually here. She asked for the reading a few hours ago. And I was just trying to figure out what I wanted the reading to be about, and then out of nowhere, as I came online with you guys, I knew we had to talk about the chaser dynamics. So here comes the healing process. Okay, we're not done. Ready? I'm going to read you the rest because this particular page is page 216, which is 9. You can't make this shit up if you tried. 9 is God's number, by the way. All right, so let me go ahead and read to you what's up. Okay. So place one or both of your hands at your heart. Go ahead and you guys go ahead and do that now. A strengthening of connection to your heart occurs simply through your desire for it. When you are ready, begin this prayer of invocation. With respect for the greater good of all beings, I invoke Archangel Raziel, beloved and kind friend to humanity, angel guardian of wisdom, Shokma, divine keeper of secrets. You provide the soul with the secret spiritual knowledge necessary to find the true path and experience sacred fulfillment. When I am unvitally stray from truth, you help me to return to alignment. You know what I cannot yet know, and you guide me to sources of information that can genuinely help me. Please guide and protect this healing journey. I welcome your healing presence in this sacred space now. Aho. Sense or feel or intend that a great gathering of spiritual energy is occurring on the inner planes. A whirling sacred storm of clarity, insight, love, and truth. Sense the exhilarating tumult of fierce compassion as you open your soul completely to the liberating force. Is there something that needs releasing, strengthening, surrendering, transformational? Offer it unconditionally into the sacred storm. Divine clouds bring cleansing rain and clarifying jolts of lightning. Allow yourself to be swept up to the divine power. Let it go. Let go your need for clarity with your runner. Just trust that this separation is necessary. There's something you can't see, right? There's a mountain that you can't see through. And your twin's on the other side having to deal with certain things. And that's what's happening here. Okay? You are in an important stage of your spiritual path. You may be germinating a new awareness which will soon spring into life. You may already be in the wild throes of birthing a new consciousness, embodying it and applying it in your life. Push through initiation to actualize it. Feel for your inner timing and rhythm. What is authentic for you at the moment? Are you waiting? Are you taking a leap? Are you preparing? Your inner truth may be a little to do with what the outer world or your own fixed expectation demand on you. Yet, if allowed to unfurl with integrity, the outcome will be superlative. Rest in the divine light within your heart. Your soul can now come to know things that your mind may only understand later on. Let that inner divine light of secret knowledge fill your heart and then envelop you in a sacred seal of spiritual protection. When you are ready, return your awareness to this present moment. Beautiful. May all beings be nourished into spiritual fullness through mercy, grace, and love's wisdom. May the blessing for becoming manifest with grace, so be it. So, what's interesting is that this card has a woman with two doves, and she is blindfolded, holding a sword. It reminds me of the Two of Swords in tarot. And this idea of waiting is a stifling energy, okay? So when you wait for, and you can't continue your life unless you are in union, you're missing the point of the incredible magic of the life that you are here to experience. And so you don't wait. I've heard of people not moving across the state or to another country because they're afraid, well, if I move out of town, then I won't see my twin. For some of you, that's a reality. If you are being led by a universe to move, you know what I mean? And you know it's an incredible opportunity, then move. Because if you don't, you're giving up an opportunity and you're actually you're actually jailing yourself, and you are in lack consciousness because you don't believe that you will be reunited with your twin in some level. And that's a dangerous place to be in lack consciousness and fear consciousness, because that's what that is. I was separated my twin 3,000 miles, 7,000 miles, many, many times. The last time it was 3,000 miles. Can you imagine? But I had to keep on living. And you have to thrive, you know? So, yeah, I'm being guided to move toward my twin, which is great. Then that's what you do. I know you're asking the host, but I think that's masculinity struggles more with surrender. Hang on, what's the question? Hang on, let me see. Ask the question again. Oh, I've been hearing lately that this journey is harder for the masculine thoughts. I feel that it's not this journey that's harder for the masculine. This spiritual journey, for every masculine incarnation that you and I have had, Tiffany, and the masculines currently have been fraught with confusion and some fear, actually. So it's not unusual, okay? I don't know if that answers your question, but I don't think that every masculine is having such a hard time, because I've met some pretty intense, very well aware and awake masculines, and it's the woman that's a runner. So I don't think there's a number. I think for the average Joe Blow, I'm just going to say it, because for the spiritual guys, yeah, they don't pull that shit. But for the average Joe Blow that are 3D minded, everything is going to be hard. Every single thing. Because the 3D minded Joe Blow can't compute the extraordinary and the supernatural. And it scares them. It actually scares them. So that's part of the problem. Moved from New Hampshire to Sedona to be closer with my TF, and it wasn't meant to be, so I moved to Hawaii. Yeah, I get you. My DM travels for work, so the idea of being close to them isn't really going to work. I'm being guided to move towards my twin, which is, I read that. Okay, so now we're going to do a reading, and we're going to keep the theme. And the theme is, can you switch runner and chaser roles with your twin? Yep, it happens all the time. So it happens quite often. Because what happens is the twin is, the chaser is fed up with the bullshit and doesn't want to be hurt anymore. And doesn't want to deal with it anymore. You know what I mean? All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the cards. And it's going to be tarot. And we're going to see what's happening with you guys. Because really, you guys need to understand yourself in this journey. We kind of know why the runner's running. Right? I hope you guys know. 1, you're not self-actualized. You're not yet self-realized. 2, they need to be on the same frequency. As you progress, let's put it this way. A 6th grader is not going to date a college graduate. That's never going to happen, okay? That's never going to work. It's not an equal energy. And so think of them as a level that is, could be below you. I've actually had twins that were runners, and the masculine was actually above the twin and closed the door on the twin, saying, listen, you're not ready. You're still married. You're still in deal. When you're ready, I'll know and I'll reopen the door. But right now you need to go. And that was the divine masculine. So when a divine masculine is open and awake and spiritually empowered, they can be really intense, because they will close the door and they will tell you things about you that you need to heal. And so you're going to have to be radically honest with yourself, okay? About what's going on. Am I there? Are they more advanced than me? Be honest. Are they more advanced? Is there a divine wisdom that they have that you're not allowing because it's triggering you? I'm just saying, this is not, by the way, this is for some of you, not all of you, okay? Just let's be clear. Many of you, as a rule, are usually more advanced, okay? I'm just going to be, but I have come across clients where the twin flame was my client saying, I'm really pissed off. He's telling me no, and I'm hearing how they're reiterating the story. I'm like, I remember telling the client, to be honest, he's correct. You're not ready, okay? So I'm not doing the meditation today. I don't have time, but I'm going to do the reading. So I want you guys to close your eyes again, go into yourself and ask about you. What do I need to know in this message? And when you guys are ready, let me know. Just say ready, and I'll stop shuffling. Okay? Let's begin. Let's see what's going on with the collective chaser in the twin flame dynamics. Okay? And when you're ready, what is the message I need to know about me being a chaser? All right, cool. So let's look at it. All right, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. So the 7 of Swords is denial. It means usually it means lying, cheating, stealing, but that's not going to be the truth, because in your case, because we're talking about chasing, and you guys are not in union. So let me keep going. Tell me more about this. The Three of Pentacles into the Page of Cups into a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. So what that means is that, again, remember, the question is about you, what you need to understand. So there's some things that you guys are denying. Seven of Swords is lying to yourself, lying by omission, lying by not facing. We just read the Oracle card and it talked about that. Talked about being honest with yourself. And no, we're talking about the Chaser. I'm staying with the Chaser. You guys need to understand what's going on. We're not, I don't care about the runner. Did I say runner? If I did, I apologize. So being honest with yourself about, there's something you're not being honest with yourself about the dynamics. This is not about blaming you or saying you screwed up. It's about you trying to figure out why them seeing you is so damn important. Yes, we know it's because it's a twin flame connection. We know all that, but beyond that, go beyond. Go deeper and deeper into your family lineage, into this one, or in past lives. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Typically, it would be to master something. Being a master, mastering something. You can master this, and they're saying that. Three of Pentacles is mastering, and you're coming through a level of mastery. So think of it as being going to college, getting your bachelor's, and then getting your master's, right? You're getting to the master level. Page of Cups is you're being divinely guided. Emotionally, there are messages coming to you. Ace of Wands is a creative, listen, a creative new beginning, okay? All right, tell me more, please, about the Chaser. Two of Swords, we just did that. The Two of Swords was what we just did with the Oracle reading. All right, it's waiting, this concept of waiting. The storm is around you and you don't want to move, and you want the storm to pass. You want the pain to go away. And what I told a client who is actually damn near doesn't want to live here anymore, if you know what I'm saying, I said, you have to start doing things. If you can't be happy, then make damn sure that while you're here, you can make other people happy. What can you do? Mastering self-love. Thank you. Ten of Wands are burdens. Ten of Wands are things that you're carrying on your back, okay, that you should be giving up. Things like family dynamics, things like a father leaving the family, or a betrayal, or a mother, or sexual abuse, or any kind of abuse that are going down the lineage of a family bloodline, not being heard, not being believed, all of that. These are burdens that you're carrying and that you have to let go. Let's keep going. Why? What else? What's the message? The Five of Pentacles upside down, and I never read reversals ever, just so you know, and that's a big deal. So the Five of Pentacles means you are no longer homeless. You may have felt homeless, but as you go through this journey of mastery, of dropping your burdens, you will no longer feel homeless, okay? Because right now, you probably don't feel very good in your skin. Right now, you may have moments of feeling as if, you know, where is home? And when you met your twin, right, or saw your twin or whatever, that was home. And why was it home? Well, because you've been lovers and beloveds for thousands of years. Thousands, if not, you know, millions. I'm not kidding, not millions of years. Tell me more about this. The Eight of Cups is asking you to walk away. Walk away into something new, something better. Into the Knight of Pentacles, into the Queen of Cups. Don't close your heart down. Okay, don't close your heart down. So walk away from the past, make a move. Okay, once you're out of the deep dark night of the soul, let's assume some of you are in it. When you're in the deep dark night of the soul, do nothing. Okay, when you are when you're walking out of the dark night of the soul, then start asking what would make you feel content. What would make you feel happy? It could be it could be going on a cruise. I had a client who actually literally went on a cruise, and she sent me pictures of her cruise, and there was the ocean right there. Boom, right there. And that was very healing to her soul. Knight of Pentacles is a very slow-moving offer, and the slow-moving message that's coming, it's slow-moving, but it's solid, is the Queen of Cups, and this is love. This is incredible amounts of love. Is this self-love, please? It is. You've mastered it. Why am I saying yes, it is? The Queen of Cups is you becoming that emotional, beautiful person who is enough unto herself. Why do I say that? Because the Magician clarified it, and the Magician is able to manifest love, materialness, the pentacles, truth, and passion and creativity into the material world. And so once you walk away from lack consciousness and fear consciousness, you can actually move into this incredible abundant time. If you don't, Ten of Swords, you're betraying yourself. You're betraying what you're seeing, and you're not being honest. If you do, the healing light comes in. There's celebration and reunion. Tell me more about what the chaser needs to understand. There's confusion in your journey. Do not be analytical. Here comes the Queen of Swords, being analytical. Don't let your monkey mind tell you what to do. Feel it in your heart. Because the moon is 18, okay, which is 9, which is God's number. But also when you look at, and I'm saying this to you, some of you, that number may mean something to you. The Queen of Swords is way too analytical. She's being armored. She's shutting down. And she's making choices with the Lovers. The Lovers is a choice. Tell me more about this. What does the chaser need to understand? The chaser needs to understand not to compare herself to the other person, the other woman, the other man, whatever, right? Don't compare yourself, because that's what is happening. And what happens, it's almost sadomasochist, because what happens is the Three of Swords is you actually breaking your own heart again and again and again. And when you do that, you're going back on the karmic wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is you turning back on the karmic wheel. You're spinning back into the cycle of not being good enough for yourself, not comparing yourself, wondering why a person is choosing somebody else over you. And you might have a soul contract to not be with them and for a while, and they need to go through whatever. Maybe they need a beating, or maybe, I'm not kidding, or where they're going in with somebody who they have a heavy debt to pay or whatever. Or there's some nice things that are supposed to happen for them. The Hierophant is coming in. That's number 5. Hierophant is Taurus energy at its highest level of spiritual awakening. It's marriage tradition. It means a lot, okay, the Hierophant. But the Hierophant in this case means a spiritual awakening where your ego finally kneels. It's taking the knee to your soul. Your ego has to take the knee to the soul. Meaning, what does that mean? It means you've got to bend the knee. You've got to surrender to your soul. Once that happens, a spiritual awakening happens. It will be difficult, because the Five of Swords is explaining the internal conflict you're going to have in trusting yourself, and also from outside forces, conflict with other people. And finally coming into the Seven of Pentacles, which is what do I invest in? What do I invest in? And in the beginning, you're going to feel completely, unhinged. You're going to feel scared, because some of the things you're going to surrender to are going to scare you. They just showed me it would be akin to walking on coals, and everyone's clapping their hands. All your angels, your light beings are clapping, encouraging you, but you're still in the 3D brain going, yeah, but my feet could burn like crazy. Like, this could really hurt me doing this, me being radically honest with myself, me going on this journey alone, me going through my skeletons in my closet, me forgiving myself or forgiving others. So let whatever emerges from this radical time of honesty to emerge on its own. In other words, don't try to force, don't pry anything open. Just go into your meditation. Right now it's chop wood, carry water time, and you will find your footing. Hang on for a quick second. Let me see. Any other message for the chaser, please? The Star, the healing, the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. You have a choice. You can either go into anxiety mode, which is Nine of Swords. You can either go into stagnation, the Two of Wands, which is a better position than the Nine of Swords, because at least you're kind of calm. You got the world in your hand. You can do whatever the hell you want. My God, if you want to go to Italy for a year, then go to Italy. If you want to move to another country, if you want to build a business, whatever, do it. But the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords is your choice. If you don't do something, if you don't take the healing energy of the Star, right, Aquarius energy, which is 17, into and make a new beginning happen with or without your twin. And at that point, you can balance yourself out. Your twin at some point will come back when you're closer to being healed in this particular chapter of your life, and judgment comes in. Judgment is something dead coming back to life, and here comes the Knight of Cups. Knight to the Queen of Cups. Knight to the Queen of Cups. You know what that means? Not only is it a messenger of love, but it's also an imbalanced energy. So don't expect your twin to be fully healed. You're gonna that's the thing with this energy. Finally coming into the High Priestess, which is you getting more intuitive, like really, really trusting what's coming down, what comes to you. And here comes the Empress energy with the cornucopia of abundance, because when you have your head together, when your heart chakra is in alignment with the universe, abundance comes, creativity, so forth. And here we go again. Here comes the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords to the Queen of Swords. Again, soulmates, but it's an imbalance of power. And the Knight of Swords is impulsive. So there might be a twin that's a runner coming back to you and who's almost angry because they don't understand why they keep having problems. You know what I mean? And so it's going to be interesting. High Priestess, get the hell out of here. You know what? Who the hell do you think you are? So I just blocked her. Anyone that does this is a shyster. I'm going to tell you that right now. Be careful, because that's not anyone for real. This is not a real person. A real psychic, spiritual person does not hustle readings. Okay? So be careful. Okay? So anyway, what was I going to say? Once you realize that your twin is going to come back, that's the runner, is going to come back. And when you come to, I wish I knew the word, but it's almost like you've graduated and you've taken a particular exam and you passed the exam. Then what will happen is the twin will come back unresolved. That's where we're getting the Queen of Cups to the Knight of Cups, and we're getting the Queen of Swords to the Knight of Swords. Imbalance of power, twin flames, okay? Soulmate connection, twin flames, but they're not equal, okay? So once that happens, don't get pissed off. Don't go back and regress. This is where you have to become transcendental. And so when you do that, the Nine of Cups is I am enough unto myself. Into the Ace of Swords, I speak the truth. I cut out what doesn't serve anyone, not just me, anyone. And the Queen of Pentacles is I am rooted and grounded into truth. Tell me more. Anything else you guys want to know? Tell the chaser. Yeah, the chaser needs to understand that once you do this, the Nine of Wands is upside down. It's wounded warrior. You are no longer the wounded warrior. You are no longer victimized. The Four of Swords is you healing from a broken heart. You're still healing. You might actually need to physically rest, spiritually rest, so on. And the World is the end of a cycle. Okay, tell me more. Eight of Wands, communication. And here comes your twin. I can't make this shit up if you tried. So here comes your twin as the King of Pentacles upside down, uprooted. It could even be money problems, I kid you not. But coming back unresolved into the Six of Cups. It's meant to be. Past life connections, can't stop thinking about you, resents the hell out of you for it, can't let you go. Four of Pentacles into the Four of Cups upside down, sees you for what you are, is unable to find home, is homeless, and doesn't understand why the connection, they can't let go of this connection. But you're going to have to be the one as the chaser to be enough unto yourself, to grow, and to get radically honest about this particular family lineage, the pain, what it elicits, how your twin connects with any pain that you have with your family. Look at this and ask yourself, how does my pain with my twin mirror either mommy or daddy? Okay? Or both. Any questions so far? 444. Isn't that cool? I passed the test. I feel him coming back, but I don't know if I'll be ready. Exactly. And that fear needs to be taken care of. You know what I mean? It needs to be taken care of. Any questions? Did I help you? Did this help you? Because don't you think it's more important sometimes to understand as the chaser what's up? This is pretty spot on so far. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, cool. So see, sometimes when I do these readings, I don't want to constantly go with the runner. You know what I mean? Because who gives a fuck? I mean, right now, who gives a shit? what we need to figure out is, okay, so the runner's running, and God knows he's tripping over his chairs and falling on the floor. That's what they're actually showing me. And meanwhile, you gotta sit with that and go, wow, what is this triggering in me? Like, why am I losing? I mean, I feel like someone has grabbed my heart and squeezed it and I can't breathe. What is coming up that we need to heal as chasers? Is that what I'm understanding? Yes. Just needed a reminder that stagnation is not, I've imagined this and I'm crazy. Right on, Charlotte. Yes, it confirms me to keep healing and be patient. Trust the universe has your back, always. Is there a third party involvement? It could. It could. That's why I said don't compare yourself. Remember, there was a Queen of Wands. I forgot. I kind of picked up the cards already. Hang on. Actually, no, I didn't. Let me look. Hang on. Let me tell you what it was. There was a third party for some. Let me read that to you back. I'm going to read it back to you. Oh, yeah. All right. So Queen of Wands is another woman. Okay. Typically, it's either a badass, she's a fire sign, whatever, right? But I didn't see it that way. Again, I was looking at the chaser. And as soon as I saw the Queen of Wands to the Three of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune, I went, wait a minute. That is a person who is comparing themselves to somebody else. That is a person that is saying, why not me? That is a person that if they continue that pattern of comparing themselves and wondering why their twin is not picking them, that they're going back on the karmic wheel of pain. In other words, you're looping again. You're doing one more loop on the same energy. And you need to tear away from that energy and stop repeating that energy again and again. You can't compare. And I'm gonna be straight up, okay? I'm gonna talk to you like a man, okay, for a minute. When a man has sex with a woman who doesn't have a great ass, doesn't have a great stomach, but is blissed out beyond, and he can't figure out, and she's got a pretty face, or she's got a cool face, or she's got a handsome face, and he doesn't understand that because he's like, what the hell, you know? And then he ends up hitting up some chick at the beach, beautiful body, beautiful face, and he can't get it up, and he can't figure it out. He can't figure it out. And his body's saying no. His body knows what he doesn't know. His body's wiser than him. And his body will say, no, no, no. But his mind, his monkey mind says, well, no, she looks like something out of Penthouse or Playboy, like I'm supposed to. What the fuck? And he can't understand it. But then he goes back to his twin and has sex with her, makes love to her, is blown away, can't figure it out. What the fuck? I mean, I just walked away from the hottest chick on the planet, but I can't get enough of this woman. Why? Why is this happening? And a 3D Joe Blow can't understand the spiritual connection that goes into infinity until, I mean, right? And most likely, you were more often the lovers than not. See, and that's the difference between twin flames and high-level soulmates. High-level soulmates and soulmate tribe members, they've been your brother, your mother, your lover, this, that, the best friend, whatever. Does that make sense? So that's why it's interesting. So in particular for the divine feminine, she loses her shit going, I don't understand. Why is he with her? Why not me? And then the divine feminine starts really tearing herself up, looking at and hating herself. Maybe she's got weight to lose. Maybe she's got this or that or whatever. And so what this reading is talking about, fuck the third party. The third party is your monkey mind at the end. It isn't some chick or some dude with money or whatever, you know. I'm particularly talking about it to women, to the divine and the divine feminine and the broken feminine and the divine masculine and the broken masculine. Because you have to understand that our divine masculines have been hijacked through porn. So their minds have been wired to believe one thing while their soul and their somatic wisdom experiences something completely, utterly different with their counterpart. Even a kiss, even never having sex, but yet desiring their twin flame, desiring, fantasizing, and going, I don't understand why she's cute, she's pretty, but what the hell? And that's what you guys need to understand. It takes a lot more for these connections. And the only time a man can't understand divine, or I'm not going to call him a divine, a broken man doesn't understand that, is when he is so far up his ego, okay, that it would take a bloody miracle to pull him out of his you-know-what. And so then once you understand that, you can become transcendental and not be triggered and go, it doesn't matter if she was the most beautiful girl in the world. He will, when a man knows his shit, when a divine masculine walks in his light, it doesn't matter what she looks like. It doesn't matter anything. You could be 20 years older than that your divine counterpart, 20, 30, and he won't care. He won't care because he knows he's got his goddess at his arm. Do you understand? And so that's why first you got to like work on your triggers. Then you've got to understand that every opportunity you have to talk to your twin is an educational trip. It's not about explain yourself. Why did you go? Fucking don't waste your time on that shit, because it's just going to close the door before you have the opportunity to educate your twin into an awakening. And when I say educate, I'm not talking about telling your twin, you're my twin. Yeah, bad idea. It's about having them spiritually awaken unto their own light, so that then once they connect with their own light within themselves, and they can purge their own pain within themselves, then they can look at you with new eyes, with more discerning eyes, and more transcendental eyes. And that's when union starts happening. A real union, a union that actually is lasting, not the in and out things that many of you have experienced. So if they come back and still aren't ready, then they're not doing that work. Well, I hope I answered it. It helps me. I've just had a conversation with my twin to let him go, as he is in a third party. Gotcha. Am I going to be I got it. Okay, good, Mel. You got it. Good. Okay, perfect. We still feel deeply connected. He's not there, so I'm honoring me. Good for you. That's exactly it. Greetings, my beloved sister. Yup, age matters, not miss your voice. Oh, hey, how are you? It's good to see you. That's how I know this shit is real. I started my awakening 2.5 months later. She's awakened too. That's wow. Had the most loyal person who never even got to physically touch, but it was an amazing experience. Yeah. And for many people, it isn't. For some, I'm trying to like wrap up a lot of different scenarios so that it hits every one of you individually. Because for some of you, you never did have sex with your twin. And you had the first level of awakening in this particular timeline, in this, timeline in history. So it's a different vibration than, say, some twins who met and who went into amnesia, say, 40, 50 years ago. It was a different timeline. It was a different vibrational. Like when you look at the 1980s, from the 1960s, well, I'm just looking at ages where most of us could relate to, but it's like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. The average person is completely and utterly asleep and believes whatever they see on TV. Okay, let's be honest. That's your basic person. Now today, you probably have about 3 billion people that are awakened in their own levels of awakening. So does that make sense? So the whole third party is your mind. And because it doesn't matter what is going on, right? With who they're with. Because at the end of the day, once you meet your twin, you never forget them. It was the eyes without physical touch for me. Always the eyes. Yes. I felt him and he felt me without touch. It's been so hard since he got killed, though. It's fucking hard as hell. It's very hard. Very, 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 very hard. And, but as I said to you before, Claire, is you can continue, and this is easier said than done, but you've got to tap into him on the other side of the veils, because he's still rooting for you, Claire. He still thinks you're amazing. He's still doing those videos. The problem is you're not seeing them, or maybe you are, and you need to really step into opening that third eye so that you don't gaslight yourself and you allow him to communicate, to you. Okay? Does that make sense? Because I know he's still doing those. He's still sending you messages. That hasn't ended. Except I'm not sure you're getting them. Okay? I know you are. But I don't want you to try so hard. What I want you to do is just sit in your meditation and just do that every day. And eventually one day it will come when it's time. Okay? So don't try so hard. Surrender. Okay? And trust divine timing. Any other questions? So do you understand why we needed to do you agree that we should do one more, and it's up to you guys, okay? Because you guys are the boss. But let's vote on it. How many of you want the next reading to be Chaser, in November, Chaser or Runner? Because I did 2 Runner videos, lives in October. So what do you guys want? I'd love to hear it. Chaser or runner, chaser. Yeah, it's wise. I think it's a wise choice. Hello, will your twin flame stop all contact? How to stop? Chaser. Okay, cool. I appreciate you guys seeing the wisdom of doing a reading on you, because we need to understand how to navigate the runner back, right? And we can't do that unless we understand what power spirit wants us to understand as chasers, right? I was a chaser. I was a runner. I've been both many times. And finally, once I got transcendental, and I started saying, in this life or the next, in this life, I surrendered. That was my motto. Still is, by the way. I'm in union with my twin. And what I did, I'm sharing with you because I need you to understand. I had to go deep, deep in the caverns of grief. And I had some unfinished contracts with people that were going to die. Like my husband was, we weren't living together at the time. I was living with my twin. But the final the real contract that had fucked me up my entire life, to be honest, was my mother. And I was able to finish that up. I wouldn't have been able to do that to the level of focus and compassion. So there were things I needed to be put in place. And the separation had to continue. Because the separation was going to last only 6 months. That's what we had both kind of thought. And it lasted almost 3 years. Okay? So, have a blessed evening. Goodbye. Chasers can't put too much energy into our runnings. I feel a lot of the TF journey is being a wounded healer. Yes, it is. My twin broke the contract so much I told him I was done. Hello, good afternoon. So, I agree with you. But the contract, there are many contracts that get broken throughout all our incarnations with many people. So it's you have an individual situation that I can't really help you on because I don't know what it is. But all I know is this. Depending on how severe it is, at some point, hopefully, you'll be able to let go of that, or maybe not, I don't know, Any other questions or comments? I'm glad that the next one we do will be on the chaser. I've forgiven my twin. We are human. We make mistakes. Love is unconditional for us. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Any other questions? But at any point, situations can arise where the loss of a twin, What if you get pregnant with your twin and it's unplanned? What if you get pregnant with your twin and it's unplanned? Well, I don't know. I would hope that you're happy, you're excited, right? What does it mean to dream of soulmate? It depends on the dream. But sometimes it could be in visitation. So, if it's unplanned, it's an exciting time. And if I was getting pregnant, I remember when I got pregnant with my son, I was having a lot of incredible downloads of his past life also. One of them was 2 of his past lives. And it's a time for you to commune with the soul that's coming into this body, right? And ask the soul, what is the soul contract? What are they expecting? What do they want to experience in this incarnation with you as their mother, for example? What does it mean if my TF coming to my dreams, even though he just got married recently? Well, what do you think it means? Think about it. What do you think it means? 30 years difference. He has so many lessons to learn. Still so hard being apart. Yeah, 30 years. I understand. Yes, it'll be uploaded. I will upload. I have a lot of videos I have to upload, but I will upload. I have a lot of lives I have to upload. But if you don't know the answer, World Traveler, when a twin is married, and again, you got to make sure it's a twin, okay? But let's say you're correct, and it is a twin. If it is a twin, it means that it's more of a visitation. If it's a soulmate, it could very well be a lucid dream, a visitation. So it means that, for them to visit you, they know, their soul knows what they're doing is wrong. My dreams have been crazy for me. Me and my twin have been together, almost all of them. That's really cool, actually. So, all right. Well, I'm going to upload this at some point when it's shown. And if you want a reading, you know what to do. Don't. I just had a client. I just made a call with a client, and be careful, okay, of psychic tarot readers that do, because what they usually do. I'm just gonna put it up front because I need to do this. Tarot readers, psychics will say you'll do a reading with them, and they'll tell you things, because don't think they're not talented. They're psychic. They're not, but they're full of shit. Is the problem. So what happens is they tell you X, Y, and Z, and they're on point, and then suddenly they tell you there's a curse on your twin. And before you know it, they're giving you so much fear that you want to do whatever they say because they were right on X, Y, and Z. They were correct on that, so you trust them at that point. And suddenly now there's a curse, and it's a curse on your twin, or it's a curse on your family, or whatever bullshit is going on. And then suddenly you're looking at, I don't know, $400, $1,000, $1,500, whatever. Please don't get scammed like that, because it's not good, okay? It's not real. Real people don't do that. So, how long would you recommend meditation to do? Oh, that's what was your question. I'm sorry. I would say a minimum, it takes three minutes for the brain to start getting benefits through meditation. So at the very minimum, 5 minutes, and there's no maximum, but I would say that you're better off doing 20 minutes religiously every day. Esther Hicks and Abraham Hicks talks about 15 minutes. I'm good with that. It's consistency more than anything, honestly. Some people do an hour, and but then again, some people do an hour of meditation. There's nothing wrong with it, and you certainly can get a lot of benefits. There's no doubt. But if you do an hour 3 days in a row, and then for the rest of the week you do nothing, you're better off doing 20 minutes. And you know what I'm saying, have changed so much for me. Yeah, Joe Dispenza meditation said, yeah, but that's not a meditation, my love. And so I'm glad you brought that up. That a guided meditation is icing on the cake. The cake is you meditating on your own. If you want to do a guided meditation, you're not off the hook. Okay? So that, I need you guys to understand the difference between a guided meditation and a meditation. All right? That's really important. Let me see. I'm different. I don't dream about him. Okay, well, that's good. How long would you recommend? Oh, I just answered that. Thanks, Tony. Quick question. I've had 2 visions, dreams with Vishnu. Thoughts? Well, I can't give you thoughts because I don't know what kind of dreams you had with Vishnu. But, come to think of it, I have a really cool story. You want to hear a story about Vishnu and the concept of Maya? You guys know what Maya means? It means illusion. It's one of my favorite stories. Would you like a story time? It's a really cool story of Vishnu. Great. I just want to make sure. Anybody, do you want to hear this story about Maya, illusion? Okay, cool. Let me tell you this story. It's one of my favorite stories. So, Vishnu was walking along a river with one of his disciples, his devotees. And his devotee was asking Vishnu, tell me of Maya. What is Maya? How does Maya work? And Vishnu said, do you see this farm across the river? Would you bring me back a glass of water, and then I will tell you. So the young man crosses the river and knocks on the door, and the farmers, a man and a woman, an elderly couple, open the door, and he asks for a glass of water for his master. And there's this their daughter, so beautiful, long dark hair and dark eyes, and she's just gorgeous. And they fall in love, and he ends up marrying her. And one parent dies, and another parent dies, and they cremate them and scatter their ashes in the river. And then now he has 3 children, and there's a major, massive storm, and the house is blown away. And he's holding on to his wife and the 3 children. And as he's crossing to the other side of the river, his wife first disappears in the waves and he can't save her. And he's sobbing. He's holding on to his 3 kids. And then the baby is ripped out of his arms. And then the second child. And then the third. And he comes upon the banks just sobbing and crying. And Vishnu is on the other side. He sees Vishnu's lotus feet. And Vishnu says, "Did you get my cup of water?" Did you guys get that story? A lifetime had just occurred in minutes. Did you get my cup of water? And that was the way Vishnu taught his devotee, his disciple, about Maya, about illusion. Isn't that the most beautiful story? It's my favorite story, and I don't even remember who told it to me, but I've known it for years. I wish I could give credit to who first told me that story, but I never forgot it. What did you guys get out of that? Did you guys get that? How incredible. And that's, so when you're bemoaning living and you're like, oh my God, I'm just so sick of being on this planet. Look at what's happening in the planet. Look at do you realize that it is that fast? I'll upload the video. You guys can check it out. Okay, Becca? Damn, maybe you'll tell it again. Well, no, I'm going to upload the video. You'll have it. So that story about Maya is probably the best story I've ever heard about Maya. Illusion, So you don't want to get too caught up in, well, I'll tell you when we do a reading. Love that. Thank you. Yeah. I thought you guys might like it. So it's important, that you guys understand that your life, what you do with it is you've got free will. Absolutely. If you want to throw it away and just not, you have free will. But so you have to perhaps give yourself the strong shoulder you need to lean on and cry on by giving yourself the pact with yourself that while you're here, your life is going to be filled with incredible adventures and that you're going to get shit done. You're going to get a lot of shit done. Like, the urgency won't be to run away from your monkey mind. The urgency will be to get things done for the greater good of your own soul and other souls around you and other souls who you will never meet, but who will get the benefits of your wisdoms. So you got to realize this is Maya. And it's all good. And there's a beauty in this journey, even though it's incredibly difficult. So with understanding faith in people, I'm going to share this with you. I just ordered 2 books. Sorry about the truck. 2 books. Wait till you hear it, because I just ordered them and they're coming. The Quran and the Torah. The Quran and the Torah. Because there's beauty in so many philosophies and religious beliefs. And we have to find the beauty in everything. We have to find it and we have to share it. What I just shared with you, the story of Maya, is from Hindus, from the Vedas. And so there's a lot of beautiful wisdom in the Vedas as well. And I happen to have the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam. And I have the whole collection of the Bhagavatam. And some of the most intelligent people I've ever followed, from Deepak Chopra, yeah, okay, but also poets, American poets, have all read the Bhagavad Gita. It's something you may want to read. It's really a beautiful work. And there's a lot of wisdom. I love these lives. You're always so profound and calming to my soul. I'm so glad. That's great. Thank you for saying that. So I'm so glad I'm in service. So that's what you have to kind of expand your knowledge so that you can come up with stories that really can hit people and blow their minds and to awaken them to the truth of these existences, these egoic personas we put on like a suit, like an actor, method acting. We're very good method actors, all of us, because our souls sometimes sit back and must be laughing. Our souls must be laughing at some of the antics and some of the things that we bemoan about our bodies. You know what I mean? And you gotta have fun with it. Fuck, if you want to tattoo your leg, your arm. If you want to, do whatever, do it. If there's something you've always wanted to do, go do it. Because it's Maya. And there's an old Vedic saying, and again, I'm paraphrasing, so whoever is Hindu and probably knows it will feel free to correct me, but there's an old, and I always paraphrase it, but if a man is destined to drown, he won't hang. Which means, you know, if you're one thing you're assured, there's already an appointment, a divine appointment with death. It's already written. Every blue moon, we can circumvent it by our own hands because every step of the way we have free will. But for the most part, yeah, if you want to, you know, finish out your contract with the universe and your soul, yeah, that divine appointment is unshakable. And you might as well blow some people's mind while you're here. You know what I mean? And help them overcome their own fears. Because that's been how we've been subjugated for centuries. We've been controlled with fear. And the more knowledge we have about various religious beliefs and understandings and philosophies, all of which have beauty in them, and we extrapolate the beauty and leave the rest, you're going to really, really realize that humanity is quite beautiful and that humanity wants to help. And the fact that we have buffoons and bullies and sick sociopaths doesn't stop the fact that many of you know that humanity as a whole is beautiful, given the opportunity. And sometimes listening and reading other people's beliefs, philosophical beliefs and religions makes you understand and humanizes everyone. So that's why for me, I have the Bible, I have the Bhagavad Gita, I've got the Quran, and I've got the Torah. And I'm looking for a good Kabbalah. And there's some other religions I haven't mentioned. So if anybody wants to share, feel free to message me, you know, like on my website, and send me things that you think would be cool. All right? Anything else that you guys want to share? And I want to thank you for being here. Thank you. I hope this reading was good for you. I hope it gave you a lot of clarity as to the chaser dynamic so you can help yourself. You know, you're welcome. Thank you. Any other last comments for the collective? So again, just to remind you, I have to do this. Please, I'm not going to contact you for a reading. If you want a reading for me, if you want to do a twin flame reading or a life path ascension reading, or if you want hypnotherapy, if you want to do a hypnotherapy, I'm a certified hypnotherapist, past life regressionist. You'll have to go on my website, go on my profile page, hit the link tree, and just put, you know, fill out the intake form, and I'll call you anywhere in the world. Okay? Do you have scheduled lives? I always miss your lives. I really want to join more of them. No, I don't schedule them, but I have one on Monday. I just advertised it. Monday at 6 p.m. It's a banner. You can look at it, and I'll have a live. It'll be a guided meditation, so it'll be that, because you know, we need it. But in the interim, you guys should go on my website, on my TikTok, and go ahead and do the Ho'oponopono guided meditation to work on your chakras, to forgive yourselves for whatever you think you haven't done or should have done or whatever. That would be a good one for you guys to do. Last video you updated isn't complete. I know it shut off because my phone went dead. I've done this 3 times. So you'll hear the video end and that was it. So sometimes I don't, because I'm so intense on talking to you guys, and I'm on a 2-hour talk, and I don't realize that my battery's red. I swear to God. So it's nothing. So if you hear the lives end, trust me, that was it. You're not missing anything. Okay? You're welcome. Thank you, Cash Mommy. And thank you for asking for me to do this today. I'm glad I did. So maybe I should, again, whenever I do a live, it's divinely guided. So that's why I advertise it literally. I swear to God, I just posted a banner for 2 o'clock today, 7 minutes before I did it, just in case somebody could catch it. I'm sorry. I wish I could be better. So I just can't do lives like that. I have to be inspired. divinely inspired or pushed by someone. And that's why in a way, Cash Mommy, it took me hours to get and do it, because I was kind of like, I don't know, not sure, what to talk about, but I knew I was going to do the reading. And then as I opened the live, I realized it had to be about the chaser. That's what it was downloaded to me. So that's why I did the chaser. And I think that was the right thing, because the card you guys got out was insane. It was fucking insane. If you want, what I can do, if you guys are on the Discord, I'll do that next, actually. I'll go ahead and take a picture of the card so you guys can look at it. Take a picture of, I think I can do it on Discord. If I can't, then what I might do is do a video right now, because if I don't do it, it won't happen. So I could do, take a picture of the card, take a picture of the pages, and you guys can read what I read to you as the oracle for you as the chaser. It will be called Chaser Oracle Reading. All right? So I can do that, and that can help also get a better idea. Because I also recorded this, so I will. The AA battery is born, right? So I'm going to go ahead and upload this as soon as I can. It takes usually a few hours before they do it, and I'll upload some of my other videos probably today. But right now I'm writing. I have to write a letter. It's a foreword to my book, Recall. I don't know if you guys saw Recall, the cover, and I got to do a foreword on that, send it to my guy, and then hopefully we can upload the book, and it will be paperback. Okay, it'll be a paperback. It's called Recall. It's set in Mesopotamia, 3,600 years before Christ, and it's not on my website. No, though I guess that's a good idea, but let me figure it out. But let me go ahead and put it up on TikTok so that you guys have it. So as soon as I stop this live, I'm going to take the photo of that card, 26, and you guys can hopefully read it. And it's from Alana Fairchild's Big Energy Just Fell Apart, Balance Through People. Okay, so let me see. Hang on, what is it called again? Oh yeah, it's called Medicine Heart Oracle. I just got this deck because I felt like I needed to get some new Oracle cards, and I primarily bought her decks because to me she's like the most profound Oracle creator I'm not kidding, on the planet. She's got the most incredible decks, and the wisdom is unsurpassed. I'm not kidding. I have yet to meet. I got a couple other Oracle. I've got a lot, not a couple. I got like 50 Oracle decks, but for some reason, she's like incredible. Have you thought about doing an audible in your voice? Yes, I have, but I have a feeling that I would pause too much, and I need to have a big screen so I could. I just love listening to you. You're so sweet. I would do it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Would you like me to do? Would you like me to read a couple chapters of Recall coming up? I could do it like this, and it wouldn't be a big deal. I could do a chapter of Recall, and then you guys would get a sense of what it's about. All right, cool. So I'll do it. I can't do it tomorrow because I'm booked. I'm fully booked. So let me go ahead and think about, and I need to have a lot of light, and I have low lights in my house. It's all salt lamps and all kinds of ridiculous low lighting, so there's no real light. So that's kind of nuts. But I figure I could do it at Sunday. I could do Recall at about 1 o'clock. No, not 1 o'clock. I could do 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, Recall, read the pages, and I'll look at which one. I could either, we'll see, okay? I might jump so that it's more interesting. Jumping from one idea so you meet the character, Kat, and then go right into her past life, okay? So I'll do that. Meanwhile, let me get off this live. Let me go ahead and upload those pictures, like I said, and do that immediately so you guys can check it out and look for it, okay? So I'm going to do that now, all right? All right, my loves. Thank you very much for your time. Take care. Namaste. Be well.